of Human Resource Development to kindly deliver the Convocation address.
चांसलर अशोक चावला जी, लीना जी, विश्वविद्यालय के सभी मान्यवर और सभी छात्र और भाइयों और बहनों, Convocation is always a special day in anybody's life because you are getting a degree, that is recognition, after so many years of toils. आपने जिस कड़ी मेहनत की है जिस तरह से, and I must compliment your parents also because you have opted for a different special course, a sustainability courses. That's not the most popular is only engineering and medical, as if humanities and all the arts and sciences and basic sciences and these sustainability and new sensibilities do not matter. But they allowed you and you came here, and this is a beautiful complex which has been built upon. There is a TERI stamp on the campus. And that's what, because I have seen the original TERI campus also. And so that TERI campus impression is here, and that's good. So in a very small place, you have built a very good institute here. And institutes are not recognized by buildings of institute. You build institute over the years through your ethos, through your training, through your culture, the way you work. That's how things happen. And therefore, this is very special university. I chose to come and address for convocation because हमारे देश में 785 यूनिवर्सिटीज़ है. मैं मंत्री बनने के बाद पिछले 4 महीने में मुझे हर रोज 4-5 वाइस चांसलर आते हैं कि हमारे कॉन्वोकेशन में आओ. अब मैं करूंगा तो रोज 2 कॉन्वोकेशन करने पड़ेंगे एक साल में, अगर सबके यहाँ जाना है तो मैंने उसका भी एक डिसिप्लिन बनाया है मन में. तो आई वॉज थिंकिंग फ्रॉम वेयर आई शुड स्टार्ट, एंड आई वेंट टू रामभद्राचार्य विकलांग यूनिवर्सिटी, physically challenged students university near Chitrakoot in Uttar Pradesh. It's a university created by one man with mission, Rambhadracharya, who is himself a blind by birth. But he went on to gain knowledge, spread that knowledge and message of his innovative interpretation throughout the world. And this is unique. World over he went, gave lectures, प्रवचनों के माध्यम से उन्होंने 300 करोड़ रुपए जिंदगी में इकट्ठा किए और सब के सब उस विश्वविद्यालय में लगाए. ये होती है बड़प्पन. उनको पिछले साल पद्म विभूषण से नवाजा भी गया और वहां 3000 छात्र फर्स्ट ईयर टू पीएचडी, सारे कॉलेजेस में साइंस, आर्ट्स, कॉमर्स, फाइन आर्ट्स सब सिखाते हैं. और वहाँ 3000 सभी स्टूडेंट्स फ्री एजुकेशन पाते हैं, फ्री रहते हैं, क्योंकि हॉस्टल के बिना वो कैसे सुगम्य भारत का प्रयास कितना भी किया तो भी चलना जाना आना मुश्किल होता है. एक ही कैंपस में रहते सब, एवरीथिंग, हॉस्टल, लॉजिंग, बोर्डिंग एंड एजुकेशन, ऑल इज फ्री. And this is not by government grant. This is by one man mission, one man in a mission mode. So मुझे जब कॉन्वोकेशन जाने का मुद्दा आया तो पहली यूनिवर्सिटी मैंने रामभद्राचार्य विकलांग विश्वविद्यालय को चुना. वहाँ मैंने पिछले महीने में किया। और दूसरा यूनिवर्सिटी कुछ करना था तो कोई स्पेशल काम करने वाला था, तो इसलिए मैंने टेरी को चुना, क्योंकि जैसे आप अशोक जी ने बताया कि मेरा एक पैशन है एनवायरनमेंट में, पहले से है। मैं एनवायरनमेंट मिनिस्टर बनूंगा ये पता नहीं था, लेकिन मैं सांसद था तभी भी। मैं ग्लोबल लेजिस्लेटर्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑन बैलेंस एनवायरनमेंट जो काम करते हैं उसका मैं इंडिया चैप्टर का प्रेसिडेंट था। और दुनिया में सभी, कोपेनहेगन से लेकर डरबन से लेकर सभी जगह हम जाते भी थे, बातें भी करते थे दुनिया में। और ये तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी की इंस्टीट्यूट है। दैट इज नॉट नेगेटिव कंसेप्ट, इट्स अ पॉजिटिव वन। एंड पॉजिटिव इज that we are not negating that there should not be growth, because some people have made virtue out of a theory development versus environment protection. And let me tell you very clearly, it is not the case. It's not the case. पर्यावरण की रक्षा करनी है तो विकास खत्म करो, और विकास करोगे तो पर्यावरण खत्म होगा, ये दोनों सच नहीं है। We can ensure development without destruction. When our Prime Minister Narendra Modi says zero defect, zero effect, he essentially addresses the issue of sustainability. And therefore, development without destruction was our motto. And that's our motto. Stopping projects is not the answer. Having projects with sustainability feature is an important aspect of कैरिंग आउट द बिजनेस। क्योंकि आज जो दुनिया में ग्लोबल टेम्परेचर राइज है या ग्लोबल वार्मिंग है, इट्स नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ इंडिया, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ रेकलेस एमिशंस ओवर लास्ट 2 centuries आफ्टर इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन बाय इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड कंट्रीज essentially. Even in today's term, historically, if we count, because carbon remains in atmosphere for century, much part of it. If we calculate the historical responsibility, our responsibility doesn't go beyond 3%. The Europe, America, China, particularly Europe, America and other developed countries have major contributions in global emissions. And we have just 3% contribution in global emission historically. Even in present day, today we are just 3.5% of total emissions. China is leading with 28%, but that's also, I always say that ultimately who is responsible for emissions? Is the country which produces or the country which consumes? People have exported their pollution, they have exported their emissions to other countries, and they are more clean, and those countries are dirty, from where they get all produce at a cheaper rate and purchase, and that's their consumption basket. So we must understand these realities fine, and even today, why I am dwelling on it? Because tomorrow is a historical moment. On 5th, Paris Agreement will be ratified, which will assure the world that we all will try to maintain a rise of temperature below 2 degrees, or at least, or actually 1.5 degrees. That's the commitment humanity, or all 196 countries of the world, coming together and giving assurance to the future generation. Yes, this earth belongs to you. We are committed to give you at least a better earth where you can, which will be livable. That's the commitment we are making. So tomorrow is that day. It's very important. And therefore, this is important. Fortunately, Indian ethos, we lagged behind in industrial revolution because we were under foreign rule. Earlier, we were 1/4 of the world GDP and 1/3 of the world trade. That was the prosperous India. Columbus had not gone to find America. He has gone on a mission to find India because that was the destination, that was the attraction, that was the economic superpower. Why? Because thousands of years ago, we had universities like Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramshila. If that time there would have been a Times or QS ranking, international ranking, the first 3, 4 or 10 universities would have been only Indian universities. No other country had that much best universities we had. And I always believe that only those countries prosper who have the best of the universities. There is a relationship between economic prosperity of a country and the education standard of the country. And therefore, Modi government is committed to improve the quality at all levels of education, right from primary to middle to higher education, and more research and innovation. More you innovate, more you become prosperous. And sustainability is also an innovation. But for us, fortunately, India's own ethos, historical heritage, our water management, our housing, rural houses built in different states, in tune with the atmosphere there or the weather pattern there. It doesn't require air condition in the summers and doesn't require heater in the winters. We have sustainability in our everyday life. We are probably the only country who solar dry our clothes. Others are doing it through machines. We are not consuming. We have energy consumption really much less. And at this stage of our development, when Modi government came, we decided to scale up the 20,000 megawatt target to 100,000 megawatt target, 5-fold increase of our target of renewable energy, creating from solar, wind and other renewable sources, bio and others. So this sustainability, at this development stage, what we did, let me again emphasize, LED bulbs. Everybody knew that LED bulb is a good bulb. It saves energy. Therefore, it saves a bill also. But the initial capital cost was high, 300 rupees per LED bulb. So in a house, if you are putting 30, 40, then you have to spend so much of money. So people were not taking. What we did, we called all producers and told that in next 4 years, we are putting order with you of 700 million bulbs, LED bulbs in this country. That is the huge order or the biggest order world has ever seen. 700 million bulbs we will take. And the result is, you now bring down the prices. And from 300, now it became 100 and now it is available at 70 rupees. That's the revolution. That's our commitment for renewable energy. That's our commitment for sustainability. Though we are not part of the problem, we want to be part of the solution. And therefore our INDCs, when we declared, now they are NDCs, that's our national program commitments. And what we have decided, our contribution? The contribution is, we will have more energy efficiency, we will have less of energy intensity, we will have less of emission intensity. मैंने लोगों को समझाया, मैं जब एनवायरनमेंट मंत्री था तो देहात में जाऊं तो क्या बताऊं भाई, ये एनर्जी इंटेंसिटी कम करना, ये एमिशन इंटेंसिटी कम करना, मैंने कहा सिंपल बात है, कम धुएं में ज़्यादा तरक्की, कम धुएं में ज़्यादा तरक्की और कम बिजली में ज़्यादा तरक्की. दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट टू डू. और हम करेंगे, क्योंकि गरीबी, poverty is a challenge. And poverty is the biggest impediment in real sustainable environmental practices. And therefore, poverty eradication is our main goal. To achieve that, we need growth, but that growth has to be sustainable. And that is, fortunately, an Indian ethos. I'll just ask you, because you have also water management department, but in Rajasthan, from Udaipur to Jaipur to even northwards, if you see the whole linkages of waterways earlier, historically, they are wonderful. That's the sustainability of water management. Now Vasundhara Raje is the chief minister, and she planned. In politics, politics is most misunderstood and underrated profession. But let me tell you a story. What is the commitment? Before the election of 2013, 2 years she employed 50 engineers for doing watershed mapping of Mahi and Chambal river. Huge expenditure for 2 years, and not sure about whether we will win or not. सो लोगों को पैसे नहीं हम बांटते वोटर को, लेकिन वोटर के परमानेंट चिंता जब हम करते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि वो माही और चंबल के रिवर का उन्होंने वाटरशेड मैपिंग किया, बहुत अच्छे इंजीनियर्स लगाए. नाउ दे हैव अथॉरिटी, एंड नाउ आप हवाई जहाज से जाओ, हेलीकॉप्टर से जाओ, पूरा राजस्थान देखो, पूरा पानी पानी. वी कैन मेक थिंग्स हैपन. जहां सबसे पानी की कमी थी, वहां मोदी जी नर्मदा बांध बांधकर सब जगह पानी ले गए, और आज हजारों गांव पानी पी भी रहे हैं और खेती भी बढ़ रही है. तो दैट, और वो भी स्प्रिंकलर से बढ़ रही है. सस्टेनेबल यूज, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, दैट्स द इथॉस. And therefore, that's my subject of passion, so I'll go on, but I'll not. What I will, आप सफल बने हो, अब एक्चुअल वर्क में जा रहे हो, बहुत लोग तो लगे भी है काम में, लेकिन जाके एक सेंस ऑफ प्रोपोर्शन रखो. एक एक्सट्रीम को मत जाओ कि पर्यावरण की चिंता ही नहीं करेंगे, ये भी एक्सट्रीम मंजूर नहीं है, और विकास होने ही नहीं देंगे, ये भी मंजूर नहीं है. बीच का रास्ता है. डेवलपमेंट एंड एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन बोथ hand in hand. That's the sustainability. And therefore, with that sense of proportion, sense of responsibility, we will work together. And that's how I believe that young professionals, because Paris Agreement, when today it is ratified, it's a signal to all industries. Not only renewable, we will change our business as usual, and will work differently to achieve our targets. We are changing the working culture, and therefore we require new innovative methods. There lies the business opportunity, there lies the employment opportunities, which will be abound, new opportunities coming up for environment protection, and that's what, and sustainability, that's what we have specialized in. And so, take up all those initiatives, all those opportunities. दुनिया कर लो मुट्ठी में, यही तो होता है, और वो करना है. एक आपने लीना जी कहा डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज के बारे में. लेट मी ऑल्सो गिव वन माई थिंकिंग, माई inkling about deemed universities. Are not bad, good, there are all kinds. There are some really good universities, there are average universities, and there are bad universities. I want to have different set of rules for these kinds of, and that doesn't depend upon NAC ranking, but national ranking framework. That's also important. But based on that, we want to give more autonomy and freedom to the best universities, very little regulation. The average universities will have 50-50, and the bad universities will have 90% regulation and 10% freedom. So that's the way with which we want to improve the whole education scenario, be it deemed universities, be it private universities, be it state universities, anything. But that is how we want to take everybody along, because today our gross enrollment ratio in higher education is 24%. We want to take up to 30 or 35% in near future. If that is to be achieved, there is a lot of expansion with quality improvement and research and innovation. You must be credited with, because you are already doing research and academia. It's all together. You are seeing, you are part of research and you are learning from research. So that's a good part of the story. But you must also bring in new industries. Those who believe in sustainability, there are many, right from hospitality to all industries. Many industries are doing good practices of sustainability. Students must get that opportunity to learn firsthand. And therefore, I was so happy to be here. And I wish all the best to the students. I thank all the parents and thank you all. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for those enlightening words.
May I now request you to confer the degrees to the candidates. May I first call on the candidates admitted to the doctoral degree. Dr. Sangeeta Sarma, her doctoral thesis was entitled Marker-Based Approach to Study Genetic Polymorphism in Preeclampsia. Dr. Priyanka Dhakate, her doctoral thesis was entitled Characterization of Key Regulatory Elements Involved in the Fruit Development and Flowering Time in Brassicas. Dr. Indranil Biswas, his doctoral thesis was entitled Analysis of Technology Mix in Clusters of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises in West Bengal, Identification of Adaptation Gaps and Policy Prescriptions. Dr. Pratiksha R. Mai, her doctoral thesis was entitled Molecular and Functional Characterization of Key Regulatory Elements, FT and SOC1, Controlling Development of Flowering Traits in Brassica species. Dr. Sivraj S.M., his doctoral thesis was entitled Characterization of microRNA 172 genes in Brassica. Dr. Pratima Singh, her thesis was entitled Energy Use and GHG Emission Analysis of Urban Wastewater Infrastructure and Scoping for Use of Renewable Energy Resources. Dr. Soumya Dhruv, her thesis was entitled Isolation, Characterization and Large-Scale Cultivation of Algae for Lipid Production. In absentia, Dr. Savita Gautam,